What's going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back once again here today to another edition of Dragon Ball Q&A, where today, guys, we have lots of awesome Dragon Ball questions to go through. Tis the season of Christmas, guys. Christmas is right around the corner, so I hope you guys have a very happy holiday season and New Year coming up, guys. And once again, I do want to say, in case you guys are Dragon Ball fans, to support this video, show your love for Dragon Ball by leaving a like down below, guys. Slap a like on this video, and of course, if you guys have any sort of Dragon Ball related question to ask me, drop your questions down in the comment section below. And of course, if your opinion differs from mine in connection to these questions, you guys can go ahead and drop your opinions down below, as these questions also apply to you guys. So let's go ahead and begin with our very first question of the day, which is from Nuclear War Rat. Can you imagine a nuclear rat? Hey Alex, first off, I want to say you are the man. Thank you for all the time and effort you've put onto your channel and content, bro. Thank you. You're credible as fuck and you're very chill, but there is one thing I have to ask you. Alright, and what's that? Question number 1, what made you create Super Saiyan 4 Rycon as a god of destruction? Is Rycon a god? What's the concept behind his godly feature? Final question, would Rycon be able to defeat Whis or Vados or the Grand Priest? Well, I do want to say thank you for your question, by the way, and thank you for the warm comments. It really means a lot to me, so I hope you have a really awesome holiday season. Now, to answer your first question, what made me create Rycon as a Super Saiyan 4 God of Destruction? Well, I was actually kind of curious as to how Rycon would look if he were to be in the position of God of Destruction. Now, to answer the second part of your question, is Rycon a god? I am actually a little conflicted about whether or not I do want to make him into a god. Now, I know a lot of you guys may be wondering, well, who is Rycon and what are you talking about? Well, Rycon is my fan-made character that I've created last year. That's the person in the thumbnail, and Rycon was a character that I've created back with my good friend Malik Studios, the creator of Dragon Ball New Age, and Rycon is supposed to be my original character that supersedes the concept of the Xenoverse creation that I made before. So, Rycon originally was supposed to be the first Super Saiyan 4 introduced in my story that follows up the Kid Buu story, going into Beerus and all that stuff. So, what I do want to do here is I do want to make a bit of a revision per se, and allow Rycon to debut after the encounter with Beerus and stuff. Rycon is an incredibly powerful person. However, I don't think that I'm going to allow him to become the God of Destruction. If anything, in an alternate story, I might go on ahead and allow Rycon to become the God of Destruction of Universe 13, in which case I do have some concepts and some ideas as to what I want to do and how I want to introduce Rycon versus Goku, Vegeta, and possibly other characters like Vegito and stuff. I also want to know from you guys if you guys want to see Rycon as a Super Saiyan Blue, a Super Saiyan God, a Super Saiyan Rose. What exactly do you guys want to see in terms of his concept? Because as of right now, he is a hybrid Super Saiyan 4, which means that he has unlocked a level of Super Saiyan 4 that was never previously showcased in GT and whatnot. Again, keep in mind, this is all fan canon stuff, so this has nothing to do with the actual Dragon Ball show. But I want to know down below, guys, which transformation should Rycon have after Super Saiyan 4? Should it be Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan White? Should it be like some sort of like a devil form? Should it be some sort of a hybrid form? Let me know so I can go ahead and work on some designs. But if anything, I do want Rycon to be a separate god of his own tier that exists somewhere outside of reality and stuff, in which case I'm definitely going to do down the road. But my concept behind his godly feature was wanting to see how he would look like as the first Saiyan god. And again, there have been many fan concepts out there of like a Saiyan god of destruction. Even though one does not exist as of right now, I really wanted to embed that and put my character in that position, just to like visualize Goku and Vegeta encountering another god of destruction out there who isn't of the same species as Beerus and Whis, but in fact, something that looks more along the lines of a Saiyan. So that's pretty cool in and of itself. Now, to answer your final question, can Rycon as a Super Saiyan 4 God of Destruction defeat Whis or Vados or the Grand Priest? No, no, and no, he cannot. I'm not trying to make Rycon super OP to the point where like he's unstoppable. I would have to say he would be close to Whis, but Whis would beat him, Vados would beat him, and the Grand Priest would massacre him. So, and the Grand Priest is supposed to be very, very strong. So, I would put the Grand Priest ahead by a lot. I would put Vados ahead also, and I would put Rycon just somewhere below Whis, but not nearly as close as him. So, but again, guys, I want to know some feedback. I want to get feedback from the community. I want to get feedback from all of you guys as to what you guys want to see Rycon do. Which form would you like to see Rycon debut in? And if anything, do you want me to stick with the story of following the Kid Buu story, or do you want this to take place after the Goku Black arc, after the Universal 6 tournament arc, after Beerus' encounter with Goku? I want to know, because I am definitely working on the story as we speak. And no, to answer your wondering questions, he is not the son of Broly. That was supposed to be my original story. I have retconned that and changed that many years ago, so that is no longer the case. He is not the son of Broly, so scratch that concept out the window. But anyways, Mr. Nuclear War Rat, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a very awesome day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Overlord Steve. Hey Alex, your channel is amazing. It has been for many years. I want to hear your thoughts on the following to see what you have to say about the situation. Okay, question number 1. Will Hit be able to kill Son Goku? Let's not kid ourselves. Hit is a seriously OP'd character, so he will use a hidden move or skill that will stop Goku in his tracks before Goku can do anything to make a comeback. Question 2. Do you believe Gohan will achieve Super Saiyan Blue if his dad died? Okay, no, I thought so. Oh wow, you just pretty much answered your own question. Question 3, why are so many people on your channel hating on Gohan's ability so much? Why are people overlooking him but praise Trunks for the bullshit he did against Zamasu? Why do people hate Gohan so much? Thanks for your time. Yo guys, go follow this man on Twitter. His gifs are funny as fuck. Yes guys, please follow me on Twitter at UnrealEntGaming. That Twitter is where it's lit. So thank you so much, Steve. Now to answer your first question, will Hit be able to kill Goku? Oh boy. Alright, well, is it possible? Yes. Is it impossible? No. So do I think Hit can kill Goku? Yes, he can. Hit is seriously OP'd. He does have some hidden techniques and hidden moves that can really catch Goku off guard. I'm just really curious as to how Hit's going to become, well, strong, at least as we carry on throughout the show, because really anything can happen here. I mean, we could see a bunch of stuff happen to where Goku's going to get sidetracked, he gets distracted and whatnot, but I do think it's possible. I do think it's possible for Goku to bite the bullet on this one, and I do think that since the tournament rules were holding Hit back, I can't see as to how Hit can't be able to kill Goku. But you're saying that will Hit stop Goku in his tracks before Goku can make anything of a comeback? I would have to say Hit at first would probably drag the fight on a little bit just to improve on himself, you know, for selfish reasons, but then I think that he would just attempt to kill Goku right then and there. If anything, if they don't allow Hit to kill Goku, it'll make Hit look weak, because Hit is a character in which he's an assassin. I mean, that's his job. So Goku should not be in the position of OP power. I don't think Goku ought to be super OP'd and just be the Superman of the show. As much as it sucks to say this, I want to see Goku die. I love Goku so much, but I want to see Goku die. I want to see Goku die because it'll be a huge shock to the story, and people wouldn't really expect it. I mean, Goku never died in battle. Physically, one-on-one, nobody has killed him. He's died by sacrificing himself. He sacrificed himself against Raditz. He sacrificed himself against Cell. He pretty much got killed by Zamasu, but he was caught off guard. He didn't really, it wasn't really a one-on-one fight to where he was fighting at his fullest. So if he were to fight at his max and lose, that'll be a huge shock to everybody. So I think that Hit will attempt to kill Goku, and can he? I think so. Now, to answer your second question, do you believe Gohan will achieve Super Saiyan Blue if Goku died? No, I don't think so. Because Gohan has not received the proper training. Gohan has not been relevant nor significantly stronger in the show as the arcs progressed, so there is no reason for him to automatically all of a sudden just transform into a Super Saiyan Blue just by pulling that out of his ass. It wouldn't make any sense at all, so I don't think that's the case. But what I do think here is that if anything, if his family died, then yeah, I mean, this dude would probably get a huge Zenkai boost or whatever. Like, he would probably up his powers up a lot, but in terms of getting into a Super Saiyan Blue, not happening. Now, to answer your final question, why do people hate Gohan so much? People hate Gohan so much because of what they've done to his character. At one point, he was a badass. At one point, he was doing things to protect his family, to protect his dad. He was backed up in the corner when he was a kid against Frieza, against the androids, against Cell, against everyone, and he had no other choice but to fight. And then after that, he fell off. He fell off because he had a family, and if you have a family, you don't want to pull a Goku on your own family. Goku wasn't really there for his sons. Goku wasn't really there for his wife. Goku was always training and doing his own thing. You don't want that to come out of Gohan. You need Gohan to be more or less a subtle person, unlike his father who goes out there and trains all the time. So I think that for the best, it's best suited for Goku to be Goku and for Gohan to be Gohan, have them be separate individuals. And I guess everyone hates that because of the fight with Super Buu, because that really upped up Gohan's rep a lot in the community, and they often held him at a pedestal after that fight, because they were like, holy shit, like Gohan was beating the shit out of Buu without even transforming. So, but yes, Trunks' ability against Zamasu was complete BS, because they didn't really explain anything, they didn't really tell us anything. It was just like Trunks powers up and Trunks fought Zamasu in black and he was holding his own. Could Gohan have achieved the same? Of course he could have. I think that Gohan, if treated correctly, would have been able to do serious damage against anyone he fought. However, I don't think that it would have been that much, you know, I guess important now, because he stopped training and he's a family man. But people hate Gohan because he's not the person that he once was. I mean, a lot of people respect it. They're just like, you know what, whatever, let him be who he is. But as of right now, I mean, people hate him because he's not the badass that he once was against both Cell and Kid and Super Buu. So, I mean, I honestly hope that Gohan changes as the show progresses, but we're really gonna have to wait and see on that. So, but anyways, Mr. Overlord, thank you for the question, my friend, and I hope you have a wonderful day, bro. Now moving on to the next question, which is from Ultra Alpha Gaming. I love your content and I hope you continue with the good content. Thank you, man. Here are my questions. Question 1, do you think Hit trained after the Universe 6 arc? Question 2, do you think Trunks should have grown in Dragon Ball Super episode 69? And question 3, what is your favorite episode in Dragon Ball Super? That's a hard question. Well, thank you so much, by the way. Now, to answer your first question, has Hit trained? Good question. The question is, it's like, how would he train in the first place? Like, would he pull a Frieza and just solo it the entire time and like try to, you know, go somewhere out there in the vast distance of space and like train himself by any means, by like just doing some solo techniques or like attacks or whatever? Or has he found someone to train with, or at least give him some sort of like advice as to where to go or whatever to train? It's difficult to say. But in my humble opinion, I honestly do not think that Hit has trained. I don't think Hit has a reason to train, especially given how strong he is in Universe 6. I mean, who's really gonna fuck with him? But knowing that he may have a job to do outside of Universe 6 could raise a lot of awareness and concerns as to what may lie out there. So yeah, I think that that should give him a reason to train, but do I think he has? I don't think he has. Some people may argue and say, well, he had to have been training because, I mean, he knows how strong Goku is. Yeah, that may be the case, but that still doesn't mean anything at all. That doesn't mean that Hit is ultimately afraid of Goku, or, you know, has any sort of reason to be, you know, going in there training to prepare for Goku. I mean, I didn't even think, I don't even think Hit knew about this assassination order that was supposed to be happening to Goku until he got the orders from this mysterious person or persons. But I don't think he was training at all, not in the least. Now, to answer your second question, do I think Trunks should have grown? Hell yes. You know, Dragon Ball Super needs a time skip. Dragon Ball Super, as of right now, it's so, like, the characters are, like, none of them have aged. Everyone looks the same. It's like, at least to give Goten and Trunks a reason to become teenagers, to become, you know, just adolescent. I mean, you don't want them to be, like too old, but, you know, have them be like Teen Gohan. Like, I mean, Gohan aged eventually, right? After the Saiyan saga, after the Frieza saga, we went into the Android saga, and then we went into the hyperbolic time chamber scene, and then he came out, he was a teenager. So, you know, why not, right? Why not allow these kids to age a little bit? I mean, it makes no sense in having to keep them and the way they look the same. It's horrible. So, do I think Trunks should have changed? Yes. I think that both of them ought to have aged a little bit, because that would have given everyone else more of a reason to care about those characters. And to answer your final question, what is my favorite Dragon Ball Super episode so far? That is really hard to say. I would have to say Dragon Ball Super episode 65 was pretty good. I think also Dragon Ball Super episode 62. I think Dragon Ball Super episode 38, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, there have been several episodes that were really, really good that I've grown a liking to, except, you know, it's hard to go off of them on the top of my head. But like, I think the finale between Hit versus Goku, I think when Goku Black and Zamasu first fought Goku and Vegeta was great. When, you know, Vegeta first got stabbed and Goku was trying to fight Black on his own while Trunks was fighting Zamasu, that was definitely another. Having Vegito fight Zamasu was pretty cool until he got defused. So there have been several moments, but as of right now, I mean, those would have to be my favorites. So anyways, Mr. Ultra Gaming, thank you so much for the questions, and I hope you have an awesome day, bro. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Dragon Ball Oblivion. Hey Alex, you're my favorite person on YouTube, and I hope this gets onto the Q&A video, but if it doesn't, then I know it won't be unnoticed by you all. I try my best to get as many of these Q&A questions here as possible, man, but it looks like you made the cut. So question number 1, do you think the fight with Hit will take up a whole arc, or is there going to be something more in the arc and it won't revolve around him anymore? Question 2, do you think Goten will have any character development unlike Kid Trunks or Gohan? For example, Kid Trunks had character development by beating his future self and trying to beat the Saiyan into the future self. Well, yeah, because he already noticed that he was worn down and stuff. I completely understand your question. Now, to answer your first question, right, I think that we are missing the importance on how strong Hit is and the emphasis on how dangerous he can be. Now, the reason why I say that is because Hit is unlike anyone we've ever seen before aside from Goku Black. He is an assassin, and he does things on his term, and he does possess insane abilities that are going to bring Goku down, eventually down for the tenfold. So I do think that this is going to definitely take up some time, especially having to figure out a way how to kill him, because even if you prevent his Toki Tobashi technique or his time leap ability, if you prevent his time leap ability from even getting stronger than what it already is, how do you still stop him? He possesses and he knows so many qualities and techniques and traits that I believe makes him a very unique character, and it's the sole purpose of him knowing so much that I believe he's very unique, which is why I think he's going to be very dangerous. So I do think that this is going to take up a lot of time, even especially during the Dragon Ball Super Episode 70 preview, when we saw Goten and Gohan kneel down and look at Goku's dead body, and Goten began to cry, and Piccolo and Gohan were in shock. This is definitely going to involve more or less everyone else to try to stop him, because how else are you supposed to stop Hit? I mean, Hit could really care less about blowing up the planet. He could really care less about destroying the entire universe. What he cares about is money. What he cares about is the rewards of getting a job done. So I think that if the reward were to be fitting, I think that Hit would definitely get the job done in killing Goku and then moving on. But I think that the Z fighters, you know, Vegeta, Goku, well, Goku's dead, but Gohan and Piccolo and Trunks and Goten, and they're gonna try to stop him. Are they gonna succeed? I don't think so. I think that people tend to underestimate how strong Hit truly is. He is an incredibly skilled fighter. He's skilled to the T. I mean, we saw when he fought Vegeta, so I really doubt that if Vegeta fights him, that this is going to be like a one-sided thing. I think that Vegeta is definitely going to remember what he's doing, and I think that he's going to embed that in his brain and counter back. However, in terms of having the story revolve around someone else, that's a good question, because that's more than likely to happen. And what I do believe might happen is we might see a little glimpse of someone else having to come in, you know, aside from someone like Hit, step into the play here and give our heroes a definite run for their money. Now, I really don't think that we're going to see someone of God tier step down and become evil, because that'll be more or less the same route as the Zamasu story. So I think they're going to stay away from that. But I do think that there's something more going on here. I really think that there's something more. Whether or not they find out who puts the hit out on Goku and they try to wish Goku back to try to stop the people that put the hit on him, I mean, who knows? But what I do think here that is if Goku dies, they're definitely going to bring him back. And once they bring him back, I think the ultimate goal, aside from trying to kill Hit, would be to find out who put the hit out on Goku and try to kill them, because they're the real, you know, villains of the story here. So I think that yes, this will definitely take up an entire arc. Now, to answer your final question, Goten having some character development, I agree. I think that the kid ought to grow more, alongside Trunks as well, because those two haven't really grown at all. You know, as you pointed out, they have character development with their, I mean, well, at least Trunks did with future Trunks and stuff, and we get to see how they both evolved or whatever. But as of now, Goten hasn't done anything. Goten hasn't done anything in the show to prove his relevancy, and I think that now more so than ever, after watching his father die, they ought to do something to where Goten steps up to the plate and he avenges his father, or at least he tries to, because Goten is being undermined. I mean, aside from Goten, there are a lot of characters that are being undermined here, and I don't think you guys get the entire spectrum or see how broad this is, because so far the emphasis and the focus was on Goku and Vegeta, and only those two. And it sucks because, you know, I personally want to see other characters be involved here. I want to see other characters have, you know, some shine. So even if Goten does something, you know, it'll really mean a lot, not just to me, but for the fans themselves, because the fans definitely want to see some growth here. You know, having these kids remain the same for the time being, I think, is just crap, because it gets them nowhere. So I really hope that down the line we get to see the, you know, evolution of Goten, of Trunks, of Piccolo, of Gohan, yada yada, etc, etc. So I mean, because to me, I think that character development is very important, but we're gonna have to wait and see in which direction they go in. So, but anyways, Dragon Ball Oblivion, thank you so much for the question. I hope you have an awesome day. And once again, guys, I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. In case you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome daily content such as this. And don't forget to check out the Dragon Ball Q&A playlist, which will be located down in the description, guys. Lots of awesome questions, lots of awesome topics. If you guys have any questions to ask me, this is your chance to ask me any sort of question you guys want down below. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on that, guys. So once again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to also subscribe and check out my vlogging channel at Unreal Vlogs, guys. Tons of awesome content on there as well that you guys will not get to find on here, everybody. So thank you all for watching. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, and I'll be seeing you all in the next Dragon Ball Q&A video. Take it easy, guys. Peace.